Let me tell you a story that lingers in my heart, a story of pain, peace, and sacrifice. In the ancient kingdom of Luther, a delicate balance of terror existed between vampires and humans. The land was divided by an unyielding chasm of hate. On one side, the humans lived in towering castles, their flames of distrust burning bright. On the other side, the vampires, led by their reclusive prince, Adrian, thrived under moonlight in shadowy fortresses. Prince Adrian, despite his monstrous heritage, had always felt a gnawing emptiness. His bloodlust was rivaled only by an aching desire for connection. On the night of the royal treaty negotiations, a fragile attempt at peace between the two races, Adrian found himself drawn to the human's castle. His instincts screamed danger, yet his curiosity overpowered his caution. It was there, in the lush garden illuminated by the silver moon, that he saw her. Princess Ivana, a vision of grace and defiance, stood amidst the roses. She was lost in thought, her fingers brushing a blood-red bloom. Adrian stepped closer, the scent of her human vitality intoxicating, but there was something more, an unspoken magnetism that neither could ignore. Ivana's heart raced as she sensed his presence. Turning, her emerald eyes met his crimson gaze. Instead of fear, a strange fascination sparkled in her expression. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered. "Neither should you," Adrian replied, his voice as smooth as silk. Their conversation unfolded with equal parts tension and intrigue, each aware of the danger. Yet, for that fleeting moment, the world's enmity seemed distant. The princess departed just before dawn, leaving Adrian with a lingering ache and the promise of an impossible bond. But their stolen meeting did not go unnoticed. Shadows lingered, and whispers of betrayal spread like wildfire through both courts. The rising storm approaches. The fragile truce was shattered when the humans accused the vampires of plotting an attack, a claim vehemently denied by Adrian's people. War seemed inevitable, and in the midst of the chaos, Adrian and Ivana's secret meetings continued. Each rendezvous deepened their connection, but also brought them closer to discovery. One night, beneath the ruins of an ancient temple, Adrian confessed his torment. "Ivana, every fibre of my being thirsts for your blood, yet my heart cannot bear to harm you." She stepped closer, her resolve unshaken. "Then let your heart be stronger than your instincts. Together, we can rewrite our fates." Their bond, however, was built on fragile hope, and the storm of hatred raged on. Betrayal came from Ivana's closest confidant, who revealed her forbidden love to the human king. The revelation sparked outrage. The humans prepared for war, and Ivana was confined to her chambers, branded a traitor. Adrian's court fared no better. His father, the cold and calculating King Lucian, declared him a disgrace and stripped him of his authority. Despite the mounting pressures, Adrian vowed to protect Ivana at all costs. In the dead of night, he infiltrated the human castle to rescue her. Their reunion was bittersweet. "We'll never outrun this," Ivana warned, tears glistening in her eyes. "Then we'll face it together," Adrian replied, his voice a mix of determination and despair. The couple fled, seeking sanctuary in the shadowy woods. Yet, even as they found solace in each other's arms, the world burned with hatred. The armies of Luther marched, humans and vampires alike, intent on eradicating the other. The price of love. The final battle erupted under a blood-red sky. Adrian and Ivana, torn between their love and loyalty to their people, were forced to confront the inevitable. As swords clashed and screams echoed, they stood at the heart of the carnage, a testament to the love that defied centuries of hatred. But destiny is cruel. Ivana's father, driven by rage and betrayal, struck a fatal blow. Adrian, fueled by desperation, shielded Ivana, taking the brunt of the attack. Despite his immortal strength, Even a vampire could not withstand such wounds. "I would give my eternity for you," Adrian rasped, blood staining his lips. Ivana, clutching his face, made her choice. She turned to the warring armies and pleaded for peace. "This hatred will consume us all. Let this end with me." Before anyone could stop her, she plunged a dagger into her own heart, her sacrifice a beacon of love and unity. Her blood soaked the earth, an unspoken pact that silenced the battlefield. In her final moments, Adrian cradled her, his tears mingling with her blood. "Why, Ivana? Why would you do this?" She smiled faintly. "Because love is a price only the willing can pay." Her death shattered the cycle of violence. Both humans and vampires, moved by her sacrifice, laid down their arms. Peace, born from tragedy, took root in the ashes of their war. Adrian disappeared that night, his grief too great to bear. Some say he roams the earth, a shadow of his former self, forever mourning the love that changed the fate of two worlds. Years later, a single rose bush grew at the center of the battlefield, its blooms of vibrant red. It was said to be a gift from the gods, a reminder of the love that bridged the divide between human and vampire, a love that defied hatred and paid the ultimate price.